Hi, Bainbridge Island. I'm Blair King, your city manager. This is your city update for the week ending January the 6th, 2023. And Happy New Year, everyone. So I want to start this year off by thanking our dedicated police department, operations and maintenance staff, and emergency management staff for the outstanding work they performed in the hazardous conditions before and after the Christmas holiday. The weather this holiday season kept everyone on their toes. The snow began falling on December 19th and kept on falling. This was followed by an ice storm, then we had high winds, then followed by a high king tide. First, the snow. Bainbridge Island Police and Public Works received 16 weather-related calls from vehicles sliding off roadways. Buckland Hill Road had to be closed for a short time until crews could clear the roadway due to the ice and snow. The ice storm on Friday, February the 23rd produced its own set of problems with widespread power outages. A clogged sewer main on Grove Avenue resulted in a small spill from a manhole. Crews quickly responded, but the response was hampered due to the ice. And finally, the high winds that followed brought debris onto the roadways and even more hazardous conditions. Operations and maintenance staff worked to clear the roads of downed trees and limbs. The city, in partnership with Bainbridge Prepares, activated the volunteer 4x4 cohort group named Big Wheels. These volunteers responded to 37 requests for assistance. They specifically provided 14 rides, assisted 3 stuck vehicles, helped clear 3 block trees, and conducted 1 welfare check. They also helped island volunteer caregivers deliver holiday meals. I want to say thank you to Big Wheels. And the intense foul weather continued after the holiday. On Tuesday, December the 27th, parts of coastal Bainbridge Island experienced flooding due to a combination of heavy rains, low air pressure, and a king tide. This event set a new record for the highest observed static water levels in Puget Sound. City operation crews and police responded to the event, directing traffic and temporarily closing roads when it was needed. Free sandbags were made available at our operations and maintenance facility. The next king tide event is expected between January 23rd and 25th of this year, though this does not necessarily mean there will be flooding. Sandbags are still available to the public on a first-come, first-served basis at the Operations and Maintenance Facility on Hidden Cove Road. No more than 10 per household, please. Bainbridge Island's new 2023 waste reduction regulations on lodging and food retail establishments officially took effect on January the 1st. The regulations include prohibiting disposable plastic food serviceware and instead offering home compostable options on to-go orders and requiring that restaurants provide reusable dishes and flatwares for on-site dining. The regulations also require a 25-cent fee to customers for disposable cups on to-go order. The 25-cent fee is mandatory for businesses to charge. The businesses retain the fees to help offset the cost of the new containers, but really the fee is intended to encourage customers to bring their own cups. Lodging establishments can no longer offer single-use personal care products unless they're in a home compostable packaging. We are encouraging lodging establishments to use refillable dispensers for personal care products if they can. All businesses have been granted a 3-month grace period to use up their existing supplies of non-home compostable food and beverage packaging for to-go orders through March 31st, 2023. More information about the new 2023 waste reduction regulations can be found on our website under Zero Waste in our Climate Action section. We recently published our first annual progress report on the Climate Action Plan since its approval in November of 2020. The report focuses on key city activities completed since then. A few of our key activities and achievements includes the Climate Action Plan, include hiring staff to implement the plan, adopting the Sustainable Transportation Plan with a core focus on reducing greenhouse gas emissions, passing waste reduction regulations, reducing single-use plastics, purchasing our first electric vehicle in the city fleet, and installing our first fleet-focused charging station. We also received 2 grants to map sea level rise vulnerabilities for public access. We evaluated 6 community disaster hubs for solar panels and battery storage, and created climate change lesson plan for grades 4 through 12 while piloting an after-school climate smart 4th grader program. The entire progress report and plan goals can be found on our website under Climate Action. Residents and visitors on Bainbridge Island have the perk of free public parking. I know I enjoy this when I'm downtown, but for most of downtown, parking is limited for a specific duration of time. For example, you can't park longer than 2 hours. For the past several years, the city has not been enforcing parking limits with monetary fines. Without fines, we've seen parking violations increase significantly, including violations on non-electric vehicles parked in electric vehicle charging spots. As we plan for additional electric vehicle infrastructure and parking to achieve our Climate Action Plan goals, it will be paramount to enforce the correct use of these parking spots. In December, the City Council endorsed the use of monetary citations as the primary parking enforcement tool. All parking violations will carry a $50 fine, with the exception of disabled parking violations, restricted parking within a fire lane, and electric vehicle parking violations. By the way, electric vehicle parking violations are $124 per state law. Progress on the police and court facility continues. The majority of the building structural upgrades are now complete. The west stairway, addition, foundation, and framing are also completed. Work will soon begin on partition walls within the building that will create the police and court floor plans. Staff will be reviewing furniture and fixture details, including paint, carpet, and other finish samples in time for a late summer delivery. Overall, the project is on schedule for move-in during the fall of 2023. For more information on some of these topics and all the city's news, please check out the City Manager's Report online at bainbridgewa.gov.